Hello everybody, it's me again. Alright, so today we're learning the properties of addition and subtraction, and the first property we're going to talk about is the identity property. And the identity property is the property of 0. And as you can see, there's a couple zeros here, here, and here. And all it just says is anything plus 0 is always itself. So my first example right here is 23 plus 0 will always equal 23. Alright, if I go to my next problem as an example, anything plus 0 is always itself. So if I have 0 plus 14, my answer is always going to be the other number, which is 14. Even if I have an outrageous number, like 2,152 plus 0, any number plus 0 is that number. So my answer would be 2,152. Simple, easy, anything plus 0 is always itself. So that is our identity property. The next property we're going to work on right now is called the flip-flop property, otherwise known as the commutative property. Flip-flop. Alright, and what that means is, for example, if I have 5 plus 4 equals 9, the only thing I need to flip-flop is these two numbers, my add-ins. The answer will always stay the same, because if I know 5 plus 4 equals 9, I also know that 4 plus 5 also equals 9. Same thing here with 3 plus 7. If I need to figure out what the flip-flop of 3 plus 7 is, I just have to flip these two numbers. So 7 plus 3 will equal 10. Alright, all you are flipping is these two add-ins. The answer always stays the same. You can also do this with vertical addition and as well as subtraction. So I'm going to show you the subtraction part after I show you the vertical. So I'm going to show you one vertical. Alright, so the vertical addition would be like 3 plus 5, I know would equal 8. I still just flip these two, so it just becomes 5 plus 3 equals 8. Simple, just flip the add-ins, that's it. That is our commutative property for addition. Now just to practice some subtraction, is simply if I have 10 take away 3 equals 7, I should just know that I just keep my bigger number on the outside and I still have the takeaway, and I just flip these two instead. So instead of flipping the first two, I flip the last two. So I know that 10 take away 7 will just equal 3. Some of my kids will also understand this because we have also been working on fact families, so they will see something called a number bond. Okay, this is called a number bond, and for example, if I have these numbers 7, 10, and 3, this is how this works, and your kids can do this as well to show their work, or if they're getting stuck on how to do their facts, they can do 10 will always go on top, so the biggest number will always go in the topmost bubble. 7 and 3, well, I've already used my timer, I crossed it out. 7 and 3 just goes in either one of these bubbles. The order does not actually matter. So for this case, I'm just going to put 7 here, 3 here. Okay, so, excuse my moving of the camera. Alright, so my kids should know that when you go down, you have to subtract. So I know that 10 take away 7 will equal 3. I could think, oh, I know the flip-flop of this. All I have to do is flip these two. Or you could also go the other way. So I did 10 take away 7 equals 3. Now I can go this way. 10 take away 3 equals 7. Now, in a fact family, there's usually 4 facts. 2 addition and 2 subtraction. Okay, we've got our 2 subtraction. Now we have to do our addition. I know just by looking, when I go across, I have to add. So when you go down, you subtract. You go across, you add. So if I look here, my 3 and my 7 are neighbors, so I have to add them. So I know that 3 plus 7 equals 10. And if I look here, if you're thinking about the commutative property right now, or flip-flop, I can just simply flip-flop these two. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. And I can double check my work by looking over here. Oh, 7 plus 3 equals 10. Yes, that is correct. All right, this is just a fact filling right here, and this is one way to help your kids just kind of remember, oh, these are all three are related. All right, so this is just our commutative property. And the last property that we're going to talk about is our associative property, and that is with three numbers, ladies and gentlemen. So with three numbers, what I've been doing is there are two ways you can do it. So with the first three numbers, I'm going to look and I can have to group my numbers. And what I mean by grouping is I have to pick two numbers that I want to add together. So for example, in this case, I have 3 plus 2 plus 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to circle two numbers that I want to add together that will make this problem a little bit easier for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle these 3 and the 2. And I'm going to add them together. Oh, 3 plus 2 I know is 5. I did not use this plus 5, or I did not use this 5, so I have to bring it down. Let me erase this part real quick because it looks a little confusing right here. Okay. All right. And I know 5 plus 5 equals, well, what does it equal? It should equal 10. And that's a simple answer. Another way you could do it, if I have the same exact problem, so if I have 3 plus 2 plus 5, instead of circling the 3 and the 2, I could just circle the 2 and the 5. 2 plus 5, I know, is 7. Bring down my 3 plus 3 that I did not use. 7 plus 3 equals 10. Now, some kids, you can do 5 and 3, but, I mean, that's really up to you. I prefer to use the method of just the numbers that are side by side. So that is for horizontal addition. We are going to do vertical right now. So, for example, if I have the numbers 6, 3, and 5. It's going to be addition. So I can do it two different ways. So I'm going to do the same thing here, 6, 3, and 5. Same thing, I'm going to circle the numbers that I want to add. So in order to make this easier, I'm going to group them together. So in this case, in this first one, I'm going to group the 6 and the 3. I'm going to write my 6 and 3 answer over here. So 6 plus 3, oh, the 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 9. Oh, what did I not use? Let's see. All right, I used my 6, I used my 3. Oh, I did not use my 5. So I do need to bring it over here. And now I have to think. 9 plus 5 is what? Well, if I count on 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 9 plus 5 is 14. And your kids are welcome to write it here, or you can write here, but it's the same thing. Now, going over here, so on this side, I use 6 plus 3. On this side, I'm going to do 3 and 5. So I'm going to circle my 3 and my 5. And I'm going to add them again. So 3 plus 5, I'm going to start with my bigger number. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. Let's see, what number did I not use? 5, I used 5, I used 3. Oh, I did not use my 6. Bring my 6 over. Now I have to think. 8 plus 6. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Same answer. You should still get the same answer no matter what grouping you did. Another way that I've also taught my kids how to do this math is, it works especially well with the vertical and if you group the ones next to each other. So if I have, again, I have 6, 3, and 5. What I'm going to do is I can just do this. Oh, I'm going to pair these two together. I'm going to group them together. I can draw my V. Once I draw my V, I'm connecting my 6 and my 3. I'm only adding these two. So 6 plus 3 is 9. Oh, I didn't use my 5. Bring down the 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. I can do the same thing. 3 plus 5. So for example, if I do that, let me erase this really quick. All right, if I do 3 plus 5, then I can do 3 plus 5 is 8. Oh, bring down the plus 6. Should still equal 14. All right, there's the properties of addition. We have our commutative, we have our associative, and we have our identity. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below, or just how to send a dojo. All right, thank you.